Hello and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music done by my bro Sauce Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Xander, and I am joined by...
Sean.
Yes. And today is Phrase Day, aka Friday. September 30th, 2022. Yes, for those of you not in the know, go after the show, go check out Rebecca Black's Friday. It is actually a really good song compared to what's coming out today. Eesh. So,
Honestly, it's a 13-year-old with no singing experience, so what do you expect?
it's still better than Justin Bieber. So,
Who was the same age at the time, probably.
yeah, and has even less skill. So,
It's
anyway,
auto-tune.
yeah,
Started off
go ahead.
in 489, dramatic king of Italy, Aldacer, attacks Ostrogothic leader Theodoric the Great at the Battle of Venora and is defeated again.
Oh my god, wow. Dang.
Okay, then where the fuck is the first fight?
It's like, like, I can understand, like, losing once, but losing twice, like, how do you just, like, throw in the towel, man?
And man, Odessa got up and be like, "Hey, Theodoric, I didn't hear no bell."
My goodness.
Okay. Ooh, it's 1124. Oval Abbey Church, consecrated in southeast Belgium.
Oh, that's cool. Orval Abbey Church. Let me look that up, actually, real quick. Let's see, is it even still around
It's
today?
still around.
Let's see here. It looks like it might be. This looks kind of old. That's interesting. At least this section does. Yeah, this is a ruin. So, huh. That's cool. What happened in 1399?
1399, King Richard II of England supposed abdication read out in the House of Commons by the Archbishop of Canterbury, in reality deposed by his cousin and successor Henry IV.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I know is when your successor is named Henry, you gotta get out of the way. He's coming, Anyway, moving on up into 1520, Solomon the Magnificent succeeded his father Selim I as Ottoman Sultan, and he ruled until 1566. Oh, okay, so this is when Onion Hat guy started his rule. That's pretty cool. In 1544, King Henry VIII drew his armies out in France.
Yeah.
Another
If you ever make a King Henry VIII movie, they need Action Bronson to play King Henry VIII.
Yes. Yes. That guy would be the best, But then in 1659, Robinson Crusoe was shipwrecked, according to Daniel Defoe's famous novel. Huh.
Robinson Crusoe.
Yeah, Robinson Crusoe.
Friday.
Yep.
On a fucking Friday.
Well, on a Friday for us. Like, I'm not sure. What day was it? Hold on a second. 1659. What day was it on?
So if we all had historical calendar, it will show.
It will?
Yep, historical calendar shows the year and the day of the week.
Historical calendar? Oh, this is on
Yeah.
this day. I'm sorry. Okay, so what day is it?
I don't have historical calendar on my phone no more.
Oh, damn. Okay. So it was 1659. 1659. That's a pretty cool little feature. Okay, so it was a Tuesday. Well, that's interesting. That's kind of wild, when you think about it. Like, this happened on the Tuesday and today is Friday. Time is funky. what happened on this date in 1730?
1730, Duke of Savory Victor Amadeus II abdicates his throne amid scandal after marrying his mistress Anna Canalis de Camana.
Ah, all right.
Oh,
I can kind of see a little bit of Bill Clinton in this picture. I did not have relations with my mistress. Well, then why do you have a mistress? That's
see, he gets at least he's not married to Hillary.
Well, he might have been married to Hillary of his time. Who knows?
Okay.
But then, 1777. That looks interesting.
Yep. 1777, Continental Congress flees to York, Pennsylvania as British forces advance. And know to get York, Pennsylvania had a York.
Yeah, they have a York, and then we have a New York.
Yep.
So the old York doesn't even matter anymore. It's redundant.
Okay then. I know.
Then 1 decade later, that looks interesting too.
1887, the first U.S. voyage around the world, Columbia leaves Boston.
Oh, look at that. So our first circumnavigation.
Also in 1791, Mozart's opera Magic Flute with German libretto by Emanuel Schickerdander premieres at Schickerdander Freihaus Theater off der Wieden in Vienna, Austria.
Huh. The Magic Flute. Interesting. At that same time, in 1791 as well, the National Constituent Assembly in Paris was dissolved. Parisians hailed Maximilien Robespierre and Jérémie Pétion as incorruptible patriots. Huh.
You cannot be corrupted.
I'd like to be, viewed as such one day. So. But then in 1805, Napoleon Bonaparte's army drew into the Rhine. Ooh, so they're invading Germany. Look at that. And then, 1808, the Covent Garden Theatre Royal was destroyed by a fire in London. That sucks.
There
Being a former thespian myself, anytime a theater, takes damage or is destroyed like that, it kind of hurts, So, anyway, go on.
1813, Battle of Barbula. Simon Bolivar defeats Santiago Bobadilla.
Bobadilla. Is that like a quesadilla? I don't know.
Quesadilla with Bobs in it.
Oh my god. That doesn't sound too good. Ooh, 1841. Look at that.
1841, Simon patents the stapler.
I believe you have my stapler.
If only he sees what some people do in wrestling with staplers.
Oh my god. Oh, but 5 years after that, look at that, dude.
Yeah. 5 years after that, anesthetic ether is used for the first time by American dentist Dr. William Morton, who extracts a tooth. Holy shit.
Dude, isn't that like the most fitting thing? Anesthesia, the first time anesthesia was used was for dental,
Ether, yes.
Nobody likes, their pieces of their head ripped out of it, It's always not fun. So, 1857 is something that Vader, would not like. At least the first part here.
U.S. occupied San Baker, Howland, and Jarvis Island south of Hawaii.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
Oh, he would invade. He wouldn't. It's their invading, so he wouldn't care.
That's true. But then there's the possibility of if rebels go there, then they have to go back and oh, no.
Only time the rebels won was in Space Vietnam.
Yes, that is true, and with the help of the little bear people. Oh my god, I just realized the fucking Ewoks in the Viet Cong.
Yes.
Oh my god, they are.
1862, Minister President of Prussia Otto von Bismarck delivers his famous Blood and Iron speech on the unification of German territories.
A united Germany is a strong Germany. I don't know. Though Germany is united and very weak today.
Did he know some mustached actor would fuck it up?
Yeah, somebody else later on in the timeline with a very smaller mustache, you know. So, but 1864, the black one, that's interesting there too.
Yep, 1864. Black soldiers given Medal of Honor. Oh yeah.
Yep.
You know how to piss some people off.
Yeah. Well, anybody pissed off about the black guy getting the Medal of Honor, I don't care. You know, people are people. Doesn't matter what color you are, what you believe in. You know, if you stick your neck out for other people, you deserve all the recognition in the world. So, then in 1867, the Midway Islands formally declared a U.S. possession. So, interesting. And they're called Midway because they're midway between, you know, Hawaii and Japan. So, let's see here. 1877, the first U.S. amateur swim meet, the New York Athletic Club. Well, that's interesting.
They're full of amateurs. No pros there.
Well, they're better than me. So.
I know. Joking. Oh, shit.
But then 1 year after that, in 1878, the first Portuguese immigrants arrived. Why can't I talk? The first Portuguese immigrants arrived in Hawaii. Dang, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then 1880, U.S. amateur or American amateur astronomer Henry Draper took the first ever photograph of the Orion Nebula. So let me see here. Orion Nebula, 1888. 1888. Let's see this. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Huh. Might actually save that. Who knows? Your turn, sir.
In 1888, Jack the Ripper murders two more women, Liz Stride and Kate Meadows, in Whitechapel, London.
Now, was it you or was it somebody else who was telling me that Jack the Ripper might have been a hired hitman from the royal family?
I'm guessing us.
It was okay. I guess not you. Somebody.
Either Alice or Ghost.
What? Oh, Ghost. Okay, that makes sense. I think it was Ghost. He came up. Well, I don't think he came up. I mean, he told me of a theory that Jack the Ripper was actually a assassin hired by the royal family because somebody had done the mattress mambo with a local prostitute and or working girl, if I want to be PG with my terminology. And then so they just started then they hired this guy to go out and just murder all working girls because they didn't want a illegitimate child to figure out his heritage and then come up and ask for a position on the throne, you know. So that happened, maybe. So yeah. Oh, 1895, right after what you just read. That's interesting. And 98. What? Wow.
1895, France proclaims a protectorate over Madagascar.
Yeah, protectorate, which means essentially it's not a colony, but they not really own them, but they like a guardian, like a parent or guardian, something. Sorry about that. So it's like France is exclaiming oh, this is ours, even though we're not colonizing it, we're protecting it. So it's their protectorate, essentially. Anyway.
So 1898, City of New York established.
Nice. So dang. Which New York has a long and storied history. It used to be called New Amsterdam, I believe, because it was a Dutch colony, and then the Brits took it over. So, and I think the Dutch did get it back, and then the Brits came back and got it again. So, yeah. Let's see here. 1908, Maurice Maeterlinck's play Le Ciel Bleu, or The Bluebird, premiered at the Moscow Art Theater. All right. And then 1916, Eleftherios Venizelos announced he was forming a provisional government in Crete as an alternative to the one in Athens. He was determined to bring Greece into the war on the side of the Allies. Good. And what else do we have here? 1919. 1919. Avery Hopwood's Gold Diggers premiered in New York City. Yeah, now we have an epidemic of gold diggers everywhere. But then, 1919 as well, the Elaine Massacre occurred, in which Arkansas State Militia and rioters murdered over 200 black people in response to sharecroppers' attempt to organize against landowners. The trials of survivors of the murder led to the Supreme Court elected judicial reforms, or enacted judicial reforms. Dang, 200 black people, 200 people died. That's awful. So.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But why don't you take 1920? That looks interesting too. Speaking of New York, look at that.
Okay, 1920 Times Square Theater opens at 217 I'm guessing 217 West 42nd Street, New York City?
Yes. That is correct. Because when streets are long, eventually, there's like a west side, then there's an east side. So, and actually, there's a highway around here called Imperial, and it goes all the way to the ocean. So that's like, yeah, it's like 20 some odd miles or so. I don't know.
Yep. 1927, Yankee slugger Babe Ruth smacks his Major League Baseball record 60 home runs off Tom Zachary in 8th inning of the New York 4-2 win over Washington Senators at Yankee Stadium.
Cool.
Yes. 1928, Lee Shiflett begins his first persecution of Tintin.
Yeah, he published the first precursor of Kuishifi, which is Tintin. So, what later became Tintin.
Yeah.
So, that's interesting. Ooh, 1929. What? Wow.
1929, the first manned rocket plane flight by automaker Fritz von Opel.
He's a rocket man.
Rocket man, blowing out his fuse out there alone.
Wherever the music goes. Then, 1934, Charlie O'Leary became the oldest person at the age of 58 to get a hit in the majors. Wow. 58. He's out there on the lot. That's pretty up there in age, dude. I thought 40-year-olds were old there. 58? Wow, dude. In 1935, George Gershwin's opera Porgy and Bess premiered in Boston. And 1935, the Boulder Dam, later the Hoover Dam, astride the border of Arizona and Nevada, was dedicated by U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Ah. And now the water levels behind it in Lake Mead are lower than when they were when this thing opened. So, 90 years later, and we're worse off than where we were. Not good at all. So.
Yeah.
You got a Treaty of Interest here. Ooh, oh no.
1938, the Treaty of Munich signed by Adolf Hitler, Benito Mussolini, Eduardo de Later, and Neville Chamberlain forces Czechoslovakia to give territory to Germany. Chamberlain infamously declares peace of our time on his return to London.
Oh, doesn't that sound so much like Biden right there? Dude, that is such a Biden move. Actually, Biden is Neville Chamberlain. So, Biden is our modern day Neville Chamberlain.
Mussolini's like, the idiot fell for it.
Yep. Oh, that reminds me, I found a picture of someone had dropped a family-sized lasagna onto a shoe.
Aww.
I posted it in Michaelis if you want to see. It's really tragic, you know.
Fucking Mussolini's rolling in his grave.
I don't know whether or not to feel bad about that.
It's lasagna on the ground. Even he will fucking feel sorry about that.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Even Hitler cared about something like Germany, you know.
1942, Admiral Chester Nimitz B-17 finds Guadalcanal using a National Geographic map. Ooh.
What? That's that's pretty cool and scary at the same time. Like,
He's looking at a map while flying a B-17.
oh my god.
Oh, a National Geographic map.
Oh my god. I'm going to take us back a little bit here. 1939, Britain first evacuates citizens of anticipation of air war.
Ooh.
And then 1939, Germany and Russia agreed to partition Poland. So there's that. And then 1939 as well, in the first televised college football game, Fordham beats Waynesburg 34-7 at Randall's Island, New York. That is a murder right there.
1940, 7 German aircraft shot down above England.
Jeez, man. That's a lot.
Ooh.
Then,
1941, approximately 23,771 Jews are shot to death or buried alive at Baba Yar ravine near Kiev, Ukraine by Nazi troops over 2 days. Horrible.
Fucking disgusting. I'm glad my dad's not here to listen to that, because like every time we ever talk about the Holocaust, like everybody winches, you know. But that is just no. Let's.
Just shot. 7 of them buried alive.
I was literally just about to say, let's move on into something more upbeat, and then I saw another Holocaust thing in 42, and I'm like, fuck.
Here then, let's move to Pope Pius.
Yeah.
1943, Pope Pius XII, Cyclo on Divine Spirit.
Yep. Calais. 1944.
1944, Calais reoccupied by the Allies.
Yeah, Calais, the Pas de Calais, that's the closest point between France and the United Kingdom. With the English Channel. That's where they thought that's where the Germans thought we were going to invade and all that stuff, yada yada. And so, on this date, we finally got that back, having landed on June 6th. So we got it back September 30th. Go Allies! What happened in 45 here?
Yeah, now let's bring some upbeat to this. 1945, Detroit's future Baseball Hall of Fame first baseman Hank Greenberg smacks an American League pennant winning grand slam on the final day of the season as the Tigers beat St. Louis Browns 6-3.
It's a close game. Decently close. In 1946, 22 Nazi leaders, including Joachim von Ribbentrop and Hermann Göring, were found guilty of war crimes and sentenced to death or prison at the Nuremberg war trials. Good. They deserve... Dude, look at the smug face on that piece of crap, dude. Wow. Hermann Göring, may you rot in hell.
Hermann Göring on trial at the Nuremberg trials. He will later be sentenced to death, but committed suicide the night before his sentence was carried out.
Fucking coward. Face the music, you coward. Nazi bastard. Anyway, 1949, U.S. chemist Percy L. Julian at the Glidden Company announced an improved method for producing cortisone. What is cortisone? It sounds familiar. Cortisone.
Something like cortisone, like cortisone shots.
Yeah, cortisone is a pregnan steroid hormone. It is naturally occurring corticosteroid metabolite that is also used as a pharmaceutical prodrug. It is not synthesized in the adrenal glands. Okay? I've heard the word cortisone before, I just don't know exactly. Alright. Well, I'm going to add this into the underbar for anybody who would like to research more about cortisone. Here's the wiki. And what else happened here? 1950, first Congress of International Astronautical Federation opened in Paris. Ooh, so that sounds like their space program. So the first conference of their space program, or Congress. Okay. So the first, conglomeration, they're getting together, talking and everything. That's interesting. Then 1953, Auguste/Jacques Picard dove with a bathysphere to 3,150 meters, which is a record. Which I think is still the record, because if it was, for the most part, if it had since been broken, they would have mentioned that. But I really have shaky faith in, the solidarity of our source here. There's a lot of wibble wobbles. So, but then 1953, we have Earl Warren was appointed Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. All right. Although, yeah, that's right, the Warren Commission. Huh. Yeah. Oh, you got a good one here in 54, the submarine ones, Mr. Sohan.
1954, the first submarine USS Nautilus commissioned by the U.S. Navy.
First nuclear submarine. So the first nuclear-powered submarine.
54. Sandy Wilson's musical The Boyfriend cast include Julia Andrews, making her Broadway debut at the Royal Theatre, New York City, runs for 485 performances.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Also, 1955, American actor and cultural icon James Dean is killed in a car crash at age 24.
You got it right the third time.
No. Legend has it, his people who received the car parts of his vehicle had extreme bad luck.
Yeah, that's right, dude. Wasn't there a thing out there? Was this the guy who's the car, the next three owners died in car crashes in the same area?
Yep, and whoever got parts of it, they got injured or.
Dang. Well, 1956 here, the black one with the White Sox.
Oh, good. Which one?
The White Sox. The 1956, the black.
1956 White Sox Jim Harrington, 16, is the youngest to start a game. He loses.
Yeah,
but oh well.
16.
He's still the youngest to start it. Even if you want to lose, that's still an achievement.
Yeah, dude. I didn't even know you can get into the Major League Baseball, at that age. Not anymore.
Well, in the 50s, yes, obviously, yeah.
Dang. Ooh, 1960, Yabba Dabba Doo. You gonna take this?
Which one?
1960, Yabba Dabba Doo.
Oh, 1960, The Flintstones, the first animated sitcom created by Hanna-Barbera, premieres on ABC in the U.S. I didn't know it was ABC at one point.
Yeah, apparently. I did not know either, but yep. Wilma, open this door.
Wilma! In 1962, John Fitzgerald Kennedy sends 3,000 federal troops to the University of Mississippi to quell the riots protesting desegregation.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was fucking bad when he had to send federal troops and to help with desegregation.
Yeah, and now our government's sending in federal troops to help with resegregation. So, we're taking a big step back.
Also in 1962, Mexican American.
Before you continue, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we missed over a 1960 and a 1961.
Which 1960?
The last 1960.
Okay, 1960, West Germany signs trade agreement with East Germany.
Yeah.
And 1961, bill for Boston Tea Party is paid by Mayor Snyder of Oregon, who wrote a check for $196. The total cost of all the tea lost.
Wow. So the Boston Massacre occurred, because of $196. Boo-hoo.
Back in that day, you know what this shit was?
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
I know.
96 was in that day?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, $196. Let's see here. $196. 1776. It would be conversion. Let's see here. Let's see here. $1 in 1705 is worth 2.07 in 1776. Okay, but what is that? Well, without extreme sleuthing, we're not going to figure this out. So, any viewers, if you want to go and look at how much $196 equated to back in 1776, that'd be peachy. But yeah, this is pretty funny. Like, that's pretty funny. Why is that not highlighted, dude? Like, that's the best thing of my day. I have to put that in the Discord right now, actually. Anyway, go on. You're gonna read something earlier when I interrupted you. Sorry about that.
Problem.
1962.
1962 Mexican-American labor leader Cesar Chavez founds the United Farm Workers.
Yeah, Cesar Chavez, like a man of the people. Like literally went to war. You know. Then 1965, Donovan's first U.S. TV appearance, Shindig. Okay, she was a musician. Donovan Phillips Latic. In 1965 as well, LA Dodger Don Drysdale, 23-12, won the 13th straight game, 7 by shutouts. Huh. That's a lot of games in a row to win.
Yeah, that is.
Then 1966, Buchanan in South Africa gained independence from Great Britain, became Republic of Botswana. Well, happy birthday, Botswana. But then, see here, 1967, I'm going to take these two 67s here. The BBC started its own popular music radio station, which was Radio 1. And then the Palace of Fine Arts reopened. This is the first time during the 1915 exposition. So dang, I didn't know something like that can be closed for that long. And then again, it's a palace; it's probably government funded. So, but then they're just pouring money into something that's not, you know. Ooh, can you take 1968, the first one?
1968. First Boeing 747 rolls out. Yeah.
Nice.
Also in 1968, the Supremes released single "Love Child."
Interesting. This other 1968 here, that's a Scott article. If you don't mind taking that real quick.
Yeah. 1968, American League and National League umpires form a new association of Major League umpires.
So an association of umpires. I wonder if they fire anybody, are they like, "You're out," you know?
God damn.
Dang. 1970. Wow, both 1970s. Why don't you take them if you don't mind?
1970, a Protestant man is shot and killed by loyalists in Belfast, Northern Ireland.
Aye.
And 1970, American Bible published.
A new American Bible was published.
Yeah, that's the one where Jesus helped the Minutemen take over.
The Minutemen?
Continental Army.
Wait,
He
what?
helped by loading rifles for them.
Oh, okay. Huh. Then 365 days later, 1971, Ian Paisley and Desmond Bull launched the Ulster Democratic Unionist Party. Ulster. First Minister of Northern Ireland. Alright. And then, let's see here, 1972, Pittsburgh right fielder Roberto Clemente doubles off Mets' John Matlack to become the 11th Major League Baseball player to record 3,000 hits as Pirates beat New York 5-0. Dang. Let's see here, anything anything else interesting happen? Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Do you see anything? I see another nuclear test, but that's like I
Oh, I gotta scroll around and see.
Yeah.
I'm at 1971 still.
Well, I'm going to take us up to 1977, in which Ringo Starr released album Ringo the Fourth. Okay.
Hey, he's doing something other than being the lackey of the Beatles.
Yeah. How about that? Why don't you take 1980 here, a historic publication?
Or 1980 historical publication. Well, 1980 Ethernet specifications published by Xerox, working with Intel and Digital Equipment Corporation. Wow.
Dang.
That shit.
Internet stuff.
Yeah, hey, it's crazy. That's cool. Also, 1980, Iran rejects a truce call from Iraq President Saddam Hussein. Now Iran's going through a whole new revolution.
Dude, like, isn't there like a whole thing going like isn't there like 1,000 people dead in Iran or something? Is one of those countries out there?
Because of a protest. They're shutting down the internet over there, so it's gonna get worse.
Oh, that's not good.
No, yeah, people trying to convince they want Elon Musk to connect them to Starlight.
Oh yeah, the thing, Starlink.
Yep, Starlink.
What else happened in 1980? Son? Okay.
In 1980, oh shit, there's another one. 1980, Oakland outfielder Ricky Henderson sets American League stolen base record with his 97th in a 5-1 win over Chicago White Sox. Ty Cobb marks the up 96 set in 1915. Oh my god.
Yeah, it broke Ty Cobb's mark of 96. So 97, so just one more. So it took, what's 80 to 70, 60? It took 65 years to get one more. That's crazy, dude. Ooh, 1981, the first one. Look at that. That's really interesting, especially for France. The first.
Oh, I see it. 1981, French Parliament votes to abolish the death penalty, led by Minister of Justice Robert Edner.
Yeah, that's a really interesting twist for a country that literally kept losing its head.
Yeah. Honestly, it may sound dumb, but I am for the death penalty, but under certain circumstances.
Oh yeah, because I understand, the sanctity of life and everything, but if somebody is like a murderer or a sex offender or
I mean a legit murderer, not a accidental death.
Yeah, no, actual bad guys who have no place in society. Why are tax dollars paying money to feed them and house them? Just get rid of them. They're trash. At some point, if somebody cares so little about their life that they throw it away like that, then why is it on us to care about their life more than they do? Fuck them.
Also, 1982. No, hold on, let me check.
I was looking, I couldn't see anything.
1982, Columbia Records released Bruce Springsteen's sixth studio album, Nebraska, a solo record made without a backing band.
What's a backing band?
I think he did it all himself.
Backup band. A backup band or backing band is a musical ensemble that typically accompanies a single artist who is the featured performer. All right. So
he did it all himself.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
Well, it is Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen.
I never heard none of his music.
Huh.
Let me guess. I'm gonna get flack for that too.
1984, Bowie Kuhn ended career as baseball commissioner. All right.
Fucking name, Bowie Kuhn.
Bowie Kuhn. Yeah.
Don Matley again.
1984, CBS's premiere of Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury. Huh. In 1984 as well, New York Yankee Don Mattingly won American League batting crown with .343 average. What else happened? 1985, Howard Stern got fired from WNBC AM in New York. Yeah, because he was vulgar and everything, and now he's a turncoat. So, another nuclear test, I see.
Yep, 1986, U.S. performs nuclear test at Nevada test site.
Yep.
Always. Ooh.
87.
1987, Roy Orbison and friends, including James Burton, Bonnie Raitt, Bruce Springsteen, Elvis Costello, Tom Waits, and K.D. Lang, film performance at the Ambassador Hotel, Coconut Grove nightclub in Los Angeles, California for Cinemax.
Cool. That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. Also, 1988, IBM announced a shipment of 3 millionth PS. PS/2 personal computers. I'm thinking PS2.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, wait, what year are we in? 88? It's not the PS2 yet. Like, I'm barely over a year old. The PlayStation isn't even a thing.
Yeah.
Like, let alone the second one. But what about 87, the Suriname one?
What?
1987, the Suriname.
1987 Suriname Constitution ratified.
Nice. Cool. Oh, you got Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson. 1988, Robin Givens and Mike Tyson appear on Barbara Walters' show.
Did you see that picture, the meme I sent you with like the car, like with the tattoo? Like, let's see if I can find it. Or did I DM it to
if you
you?
sent it to me, it's in my DMs then.
Okay, it is. I did DM it to you.
Check that out.
Yeah, like, but I'm trying to remember what the car was again. Did I send it to you? No.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
no.
No, it's not in your DMs. It's anyway, I guess it's in memes maybe. I don't know. Oh yeah, here it is. A Thubu. Yeah,
A Thubu.
Thubu.
How did Sarah get from California to London? Sarah flew. Sarah flew.
1989, though, NASA closed down tracking stations in Hawaii and Ascension. That's weird. Wonder why they would do that. I guess they have better ones now. So. Then at the same time, in 1989, Nolan Ryan's perfect game was broken in 8th, but he got his 300 strikeout. So that's good.
That's still cool though.
Yeah.
You make up my perfect games, but you're still getting struck out, bitch.
1989, West German Foreign Minister Hans-Dietrich Genscher granted escaping East Germans free passage to the West in speech from West German Embassy balcony in Prague. Good.
Yeah. Ooh.
Nice. Flee.
1990.
Flee the communism. Sorry.
1990. The Dalai Lama unveils the Canadian tribute to human rights in Canada's capital city of Ottawa. Wow, that's fucking cool.
Dude, that reminds me, and like I gotta hunt it down over here real quick. But let's see here. Remind me after the show to send you and Allison or actually just post it or somewhere in the Discord. I actually when I had a Twitter, I tweeted at China, like the actual China. Hey China, fuck you, #free Tibet. And then Tibet sent me a direct message on Twitter, and we had a little conversation. And I might have I was honestly worried that I might have started a conflict, so I backed out real quick. But remind me after the show to send you those screenshots.
Sure.
Anyway, 1991, Jerry Springer's tabloid talk show, The Jerry Springer Show, debuted on TV. Jerry. What a trash.
Little known fact about Jerry, he used to be a politician.
That would explain how he's such trash. So.
No,
hey,
but he got in trouble with some controversy.
Make a show out of it. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
He got in trouble with some type of controversy. And now look at him now.
Yep.
politics belt. He's one of the biggest fucking. No, he was one of the biggest things. Now he's a so-called Judge Jerry Springer.
Ah. In 1992, the 26th Country Music Association Award, Garth Brooks won.
Oh, Brooks, man, he's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I only know one song though.
What?
Mama Love Papa. Papa Love Mama.
Yep.
It's a good song.
1992, Kansas City Royal George Brett went 4 hits to become 18th to get 3,000 hits. Or he got 4 hits. Sorry. He got 4 hits to become the 18th to get 3,000 hits. Why am I muffining so hard today? Jeez. So
because you want to become a rapper.
But then 1992, Mariel Hemingway appeared nude on the TV show Civil Wars. That's scandalous.
Okay.
Then 93, an earthquake. Look at that.
India.
Take it.
Well, you did that right.
Oh, well, 1993, the 6.4 earthquake at Latur, India, causing the deaths of 28,000 people. 28,000 people because of an earthquake. Good Lord. Move away from the fault line.
1993, U.S. General Colin Powell retires at 56.
Dang. Colin Powell. Dude, I remember George Carlin doing a whole bit about, like, or maybe it wasn't George Carlin. No, I think it was somebody else. But they were talking about how the Iraq War was all about, like, George Carlin's bigger dick policy. We had a guy named Dick Cheney. We had a guy named Colin Powell. There was a couple other examples that I can't remember that had, like, euphemistic names. Or not euphemistic, but,
ironically named.
Innuendo names. Yeah. So. Let's see here. Oh, wow. 1997, the one right above historic event. Look at that.
1997, Hooters agrees to pay $2 million in discrimination suits.
Good. Yep. Dude,
1997.
I was
John
gonna say,
Howard.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sure. Oh, okay. Continue. I was rude.
I was just gonna say, remember in King of the Hill when Dale? Yeah, like got into Hooters or whatever it was called to avoid copyright infringement. He's like, oh, if you don't hire me, you're doing discrimination and sexism.
But eventually, they backed the girls back on his side.
Yeah.
They got justice, but since he was actually doing something technically illegal.
Yeah, they fired him.
They fired him, but yeah, he technically did something illegal.
It's Dale. He's always illegal, But anyway, let's move on to 1997 here.
Yep, 1997, John Howard's Australian government gun buyback scheme ends with more than 640,000 firearms compulsory acquired, include many newly illegal semi-automatic rifles and shotguns.
Yep, and look at Australia today. An armed population can't fight back.
That was pretty much after the Martin Bryant shootings.
Yep. Let us learn from Australia's major fuck up. Don't let your government take your guns. That's what Germany did to the Jews. That's what the Chinese did to themselves. That's what we did to the Native Americans. And it never went well for those without the guns. Learn, people, learn. How many times does this lesson have to be said before you get it into your fucking head? Society, sorry. I'm sorry. People are just dumb. But anyway, 1997 as well, Microsoft released Internet Explorer 4, or Internet Exploder 4. And now it's Microsoft Edge. Because you really got to be on the edge to require that. So.
You gotta be the expert of edging.
Edge. Oh, God.
Edging.
Man. 1997 as well, New York Yankees Tim Raines, Derek Jeter, and Paul O'Neill were the first to hit 3 consecutively homers.
Wait a minute. Jeter was in the 90s?
What?
Jeter?
Jeter? Oh, Derek
Jeter?
Yeah, apparently.
I didn't know he was around that long.
Wow. Yeah, no, they all, Tim Raines, Derek Jeter, and Paul O'Neill were the first to hit 3 consecutively homers on postseason. The Yanks beat Cleveland Indians 8-6. Let's see, when did this guy start? He is known as the key factor during the success of New York Yankees in the late 90s. So,
Okay.
When did he join, though? Derek Jeter. When did Derek Jeter join? 1995.
Damn, man. I just learned this today.
Yeah, that's why we do the show, man.
Also, 1999.
Yep.
But, hey, ain't it time to do a split?
It will be. I thought you were going to read this. 1999, Japan's
1999.
Who's taking this?
Take it. 1999, Japan's worst nuclear incident at the uranium reprocessing faculty in Tokyo, Tokai-Mura, northeast of Tokyo. Holy shit.
Dang. So Russia had one a while ago, and then Japan had one in 99. I did not know that. And I'm gonna take my 3, and then we'll do the split.
Sure.
Moving on up into the next millennium, in 2004, the AIM-54 Phoenix, the primary missile for the F-14 Tomcat, was retired from service. Almost 2 years later, the Tomcat itself retired. All right, so that's kind of funny. It followed the missile, you know. Ooh, we were talking about this earlier. 2004, the first images of a live giant squid in its natural habitat were taken 600 miles south of Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just 600 miles away. I don't want to be in Japan around giant squids. Hell no, screw that. But then 1 year later, 2005, the controversial drawings of Muhammad were printed in the Danish newspaper Jyllands Posten.
And didn't that guy get beheaded afterward?
Yeah, I think so. I think he got kidnapped and beheaded and all that stuff. And, you know, you can draw Jewish people, you know, with like the most vile way possible, but you can't draw Muhammad. So, apparently, which is absolutely disgusting, but... And then 2005 as well, the Parliament of Catalonia passed with 120 plus votes and 15 against the project of new Catalan Statute of Autonomy, proclaiming in its Article 1, Catalonia is a nation. Alright. So, good for Catalonia. Anyway, I'm gonna do the split. Welcome to part 2 of TDH. I highly advise watching part 1 for obvious reasons. Anyway, we are now in 2006, and it is Sohen's turn.
2006, Form A-19 held in Tinley Park, Illinois. Performers include Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Neil Young, Dave Matthews, Jerry Lee Lewis, Los Lonely Boys, Arlo Gertie, Government Mule, Steve Earle, and Allison Moore, Abby Lynn, Nitty Gritty Dirty Band, and Jimmy Sturt and his orchestra.
That's a lineup.
Man, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. What the fuck kind of band is that?
Something that's nitty gritty, you know?
And Los Lonely Boys.
Yeah, Lonely Boys. Poor Lonely Boys.
Yep.
I feel sorry for Government Mule.
Yes. Also, 2007 FIFA World Women's Cup Finals, Hangoku Football Stadium, Shanghai, China. Ertz Prinz and Simone Larder score as Germany beats Brazil 2-0.
Dang. What about the one of the year before that? That looks interesting.
Also, 2006, National Assembly of the Republic of Serbia adopts a constitutional act that proclaims the new Constitution of Serbia.
Good on Serbia. And,
yes.
2012, dang.
2012, car bomb blast kills at least 32 passengers across Iraq.
People. So, I mean, like, I'm not sure how many of them might have been passengers, but but yeah, no, like, some multiple car bomb blasts across Iraq. That sucks. Oh, wow. 2012 as well. The last 2012. Holy shit.
Also in 2012, two opposing Venezuelan politicians were shot dead a week before the presidential election. That is horrible.
That tells me that whoever's president at the time is getting rid of his competition. Moving on up into 2013, 54 more people were killed by a series of more car bombs, specifically in Baghdad, Iraq. So we went from 32 across the whole country to 54 in one city, the capital. Yeah. But then 2014, a case of Ebola virus reached Dallas, Texas. Ooh.
So they say.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it was more of a scare than it was actual.
Yeah, and this one, I don't know how long a meter is, so I'm going to have to look this up, but 2017, an Indonesian man survived a fight with a giant python 7.8 meters in length in Batang.
It's huge. It's a fucking huge python. Let's say that.
Fucking huge. 25 and a half feet. Holy shit. That thing could have
He
ate him.
survived it.
That thing could have ate him, dude. Like, that's crazy.
It would have ate him. It would have crushed him and ate him.
Jesus Christ. Oh, but then 2018, Chinese-French painter Zhao Luoqi's work Jean Octobre 1985 sold for $65 million in Hong Kong in one of the most expensive auctions ever in Asia. Or art auctions, at least. So, dang. That's a lot of money. Wow. Oh, 2019. Go for it.
2019, 315 billion ton iceberg named D28 halves from American ice shelf in Antarctica.
Yeah, the American ice shelf.
Yeah.
315 billion tons of frozen water and whatever else is mixed up in there.
2020, California becomes the first U.S. state to pass a law allowing for reparations for black residents and descendants of slaves.
No, 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 no. Isn't freedom reparation enough? Isn't the thousands of white people dying for you guys not enough? We have bled for your freedom, and now you want more. When you give a mouse a cookie, I guess. So, ridiculous.
2021, Canada observes the first National Day of Truth and Reconciliation, honoring victims and survivors of residential schools for Indigenous children.
Ah, that's nice. Anyway, before we move on to the births and deaths, audience, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? Anything that you want to expand on? Anything that you have questions for? Start a dialogue in the comments section. Anyway, let's move on to the births. Starting us off in the year 1207, we have Jalal al-Din Muhammad Rumi, was a Persian mystic and poet born in Khorasan, Afghanistan, dying in 1273. We have Jacques Necker in 1732, a French finance minister of Louis XVI, whose decisions contributed to the outbreak of the French Revolution, born in Geneva, Switzerland, dying in 1804. Oh, the Swiss. Always the Swiss. Them with their holy cheese.
1863, Reinhard Scheer, German admiral and commander of the High Seas Fleet in World War I, Battle of Jutland, born in Obernkirchen, Electorate of Hesse, died in 1928. You can't be at a fucking place.
Bit of a scroll.
So
1917.
all the way down to 1917, we have Buddy Rich. Buddy Rich, or Bernard Rich, American jazz drummer and band leader. Buddy Rich Band, Away We Go, born in New York, Brooklyn, New York, died 1987.
Born in Brooklyn, died in 1987, huh? April 2nd. Okay, at the age of 69. That's unfortunate. But then we have Truman Capote, born on this date in 1924. He was a U.S. author, Breakfast at Tiffany's, and In Cold Blood. Born in New Orleans, Louisiana, died in 1984. And we have Eli Wiesel, 1928, a Jewish Auschwitz survivor and author, knight, Nobel Prize winner of 1986, born in Sigint, Romania, died in 2016. And let's see here. Is it going to be a known name or is it going to be a random name? Scroll, 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 scroll. Oh my god, here we go. Okay, well, I don't know this name. Go for it. 1975.
1975, Marion Cotillard, French actress, Inception, Lave Rose Rosenbaum, born in Paris, France. I've seen Inception.
I have not. I got to, though.
I know who she is now.
Oh, who?
In Inception, she's Bob's wife.
Ah. Well, then you got another random name I don't recognize here. 1980.
1980, Martina Higgins. 1980, Martina Higgins, Swiss tennis player, 5 Grand Slam, single title, born in Slovakia. Yeah, she's Slovakian. I got another one. 1980 to 1984, T-Pain, Fahim Rashid Najim, American rapper, Epiphany, born in Tallahassee, Florida.
Dang, T-Pain.
Yeah.
He's always wearing a top hat. Yeah,
yes.
He even got a captain top hat when he was doing that I'm on a Boat music video with the Lonely Island.
Yeah.
I want a captain top hat, dude. That's so cool.
That's your turn.
Yep, 1997, we have Max Verstappen, is a Belgian-Dutch auto racer, F1 World Drivers' Championship of 2021.
Racer!
I almost read that as Chick-fil-A. SICFIA World Championship 2013, born in Hasselt, Belgium. And then Maddie Ziegler, 2002, a U.S. dancer, actress, and model, born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Moving on to the deaths. Why don't you start us off in the year 420? Of all the years, of all the numbers to be displayed. And I have a fresh bowl here, too.
Rome, Christian theologian, translator of the Vulgate Bible from Greek to Latin, dies at about 73.
So roughly in that area. Bless you. Ooh. Look at this guy.
Also, 1770, George Whitfield, English-born Methodist leader and preacher, dies in Newburyport, Massachusetts at the age of 55.
Dude, look at that hair. Like,
and look at his eyes. They are fucking
crossed. His eyes are crossed.
Oh, he is a Methodist, alright. He's crossing his own eyes.
We have Edith Roosevelt, died on this date in 1948. She was a First Lady of the United States, dying at the age of 87. Then James Dean, 1955, a U.S. actor and cultural icon, giant, rebel without a cause. He's also the first actor to be posthumously nominated for a Best Actor Academy Award. He died in a car crash at the age of 24. That is young.
Yeah, it is young.
And James Dean, everybody knows the name James Dean. I mean, for a 24-year-old to be that big of a name known, like, culturally, is astonishing.
No, because of the curse, too.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Anyway, who died in 85 here?
1985, Simone Signoret, German-French actress, Roman top Gina, dies at 64.
She kind of has like a little pompadour thing going on with her hair, you know? Ooh. We have another one here, 1998.
1998, right?
Yeah.
1998, Dan Quisenberry, American Major League Baseball player, 5-time American League Saves leader, dies of a brain tumor at 45. Oh, that's horrible.
Brain tumors are not fun.
No, they're not.
And that appears to be it. That concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar in the description for links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to OMNI Coalition, which in itself has
Playing TV on Twitch.
Yep, go check him out. For all of you and all of us, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time.
12 Central and 1
Eastern.
Eastern.
Yep. For your dose of past events daily, I am A.O. Xander.
I am Sohan.
And you are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles!